How's it guys, and welcome to Getting to Grips, brought to you by Godox SA and Golden Power Batteries. So today we're going to have some fun in studio. We're going to be trying to sort of make it look watery, underwater, on top of the water, you name it. That's what we're going to be doing. And we have two models today, all the way from Jordan Legacy Management. And we're going to be shooting in singles. We're going to be shooting together. And then it's going to be really awesome. Okay, so also for Tambo as well for sponsoring with the streaming switches and also the sponsoring with all the advice and stuff they did with the studio wall. So a big shout out to them. So let me start. We're going to get our first light, which is almost already set up, which is our 8300 Pro. And we're going to actually put a bit of ambient light in there. We're going to put a color gel in there just to make it sort of go blue. Yeah, we're going to go blue. And I want to introduce our first model in. Rubina, come up and say hello to everybody. So this is Rubina. So she's going to be our first model. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up light by light so you can actually see. We're going to build up a bit of a scene. Every light I set up, I'll take a shot so you guys can actually see as we build it. So I think if you want to go down onto the floor and get into a pose.
Okay, seated.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to get the gel that we're going to use. So we've got just a frosted blue gel which I'm going to put on to the 8300, and this will actually be I'm going to set it back here. And the thing is, you're probably not going to be seeing too much on camera, because if you actually have a look, we have the Mylar. I think this stuff is always, I just don't want to tape it down onto the floor, but it's very reflective, and as you can see, it's got that reflection. You can see the dress and everything else. So first light, 8300 Pro, and I'm going to get my camera. Alright, so camera settings on my Canon 6D, 7.1 on the aperture. It is 125 shutter and 100 ISO. So the first shot I'm going to do, which is going to be the most important shot, I'm going to switch off the trigger. No flash, no picture.
Oh.
We're not even lighting up the model yet. We're just doing the scene.
Okay.
So just relax. Right. So now we've got a bit of blue.
Oh, that is very cool.
Yeah, so the blue is looking cool. So now we're going to actually light up. Actually, there's a couple of things. I'm going to now get another light, and we're going to actually light up the actual model. So I'm going to use a projection unit. So let me get a light stand here quickly. So you can use a softbox, you could use projection units, you can use anything you like. I do have a strip box which we might try, but let's see how the projection unit actually works. And the one I've got here, okay, so this is the AD400 Pro. This is the H400P extension head. And then we have the SA17 and the SAP unit, which we'll put on. This set up to light up our model. Alright, let's try it from there. Okay, so I've set up the projection here, so we should have a piece of light that actually just comes across Rubina as she's actually laying there. So let's take a shot. I'm going to leave this view up. Let's just do a test. I'm sure it might be very bright, but we'll... I'm going to have to now look. Take another shot here. And... Okay. Maybe just sit up into a sort of seated pose. That's fine. Because then I'm going to spread this light a little bit more. Okay, keep it there. And I'm going to get down. So we've got a couple of shots in there. So we've got one where but we need to now add in a bit of fill light just to actually create a bit more presence on the back. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add in a strip box and probably an 80-200 Pro. Okay, so let me get this one and I'll grab one of these stands. Alright, so this is the 80 Pro Mark II, which is one of the new ones. Thanks to Godox for lending me this one so I can play around with it. Right, let's get that. We're going to get the strip box. I've actually got the S2 bracket that's actually on the 80-200 Pro, so we can actually put the bones mount in. And this one should be set on B. Should sync up. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these lights back on for now. It's hot there. It is hot. Okay. That's working. So we're gonna put the 80-200 Pro on 1/16. Just want to make sure we're getting you with this light. Right. Okay, so give me a pose. I'll just collect the reflection as well. This is where I wish to have my video switcher. Here we go. Just lift it a little bit more. You
I
can't
wanted
see
to
it.
see if I was looking like, was I looking out the way I wanted to see?
It's quite a nice pose. Because you don't always have to be directing camera as well. Sometimes it's nice to actually look away from camera, especially
Yeah,
in
I
a
love that he
pose.
was looking facing.
Because the next slide I'm going to introduce will be something for the background scene. So let me go there. And I'm gonna. Right. So let me take another shot. We've got nice reflection in the Mylar. That's cool. Just gonna take a couple of shots like this. Look at camera.
Oh, looking at
Yeah, look at camera. Just do some of your hands. Maybe just bring your hands up a little bit. Cool. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is just change the key image. I'm going to use this one to bounce light.
Do I have to change poses?
Oh,
But
so,
that's more like this, yeah.
yeah.
It's more very low.
So we'll do the very low one, that's fine. I just want to bring that. So get into
So should I
position.
change poses now? Or
Yeah, you can change poses now. I'm going to change the lights.
oh, you can also, because I've seen this pose where it's like on a low angle and on a high one.
Yeah, so we'll just get the, because now I want to set the scene. So now we're going to put that one in place. This one should just light you. Okay, so with this setup, what we're going to do is we're going to use the softbox, the 8200 Pro, actually to light the model. Then what we're going to do is we're going to still have the blue gel on the back there, so that just fills out that space. Then we're going to throw some light onto the Mylar just to give us a bit more reflection on the background. And then we're going to add in, are you ready for this one? This one. So this is the BFP, the 8400, and I've used my Sigma 70 to 200 millimeter lens onto the BFP. So you may ask, why the heck did you put a 200 mil lens onto a BFP? Because I don't have a lot of space and I need to project something small onto the background, so I have to use something big to project something small. That's what we have to do. So let me get my other stand. Where is my other stand? Let's get this one. Are you sleeping nicely? Alright. So I don't know if the camera will pick it up too much, but I might move the other one. We want to make sure. So I'm going to take a test shot here because now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights in place, plus all the reflection from the Mylar. So let's see. Just bring your hand in slightly.
This one.
Yeah, so it's away from the stand. Okay, let's have another one where you're on your knees.
The one where
On your knees, yeah.
Okay.
Just and then just also work with your
With my hands.
hands and your arms. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna look at camera. What we're gonna do, we're gonna create a bit of okay. Okay, look at me from this side. Okay, and look at camera. Just bring your head round. That's it. And lift his hand up, just keeping it soft. Alright, so that's what you can do with, that is model number 1. Now we have our second model, Khanyisile, all the way from Jordan Legacy Management. And she's going to be in green. Yeah, it comes through there. Alright, so are we going to do some standing ones? And then let me just untangle myself again here. So we're just going to get these lights into position for you. So we're going to use a strip box as our main light, and people think, you're going to use a strip box, it's so narrow. All tangled up with my 8-meter cable. Okay. Right, I'm going to higher up the moon a little bit, just so it's actually more in the air. Okay, and we're going to lift our moon. The moon is rising. Okay, so we actually have Tiny now looking absolutely awesome there, and let's hopefully the photograph is going to look just as good. Okay. Yeah, I know the water is sticky. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's take a shot and first check the light. I need to move the light in a little bit more and round. And let's move it up. And there. Okay. Right. I might even change up the... Okay. Right. I'm going to change this one off. And I'm going to bring... It's amazing how the green... I thought I'd better take that one quick. Alright. Okay. And let's do the seated one. Yeah, keep legs pointing that way, and then we should be fine. Gonna bring the moon down a bit. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add in a light where I'm gonna put an orange gel. There we go. Gonna put this on a small light stand, and we'll almost create like a small sunburst in the one side, the moon on the other side. Right. Let's hopefully this will give us a bit of a nice orange glow. Okay. Similar to a pose when we actually do shoots where you almost feel like look like you're falling.
Yeah.
And we actually get them doing the fall, and obviously onto a mattress and stuff like that, so they can. But yeah, it just creates reflection shot. Just to get some different angles. Then I'm gonna lay down also.
What?
No, I'm laying down.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna get a different angle.
I'm sorry.
Keep it there. Just bend that leg a little bit.
Which this one?
Yeah. Okay. You're doing an abs workout, that's for sure. Okay, and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do. That's why photographers don't do gym. Okay, do you want to do some kneeling ones? And then, yeah, so basically what you can do is just, even if you just do almost like a, yeah, and just sort of, just have a little bit of space between these so it doesn't look like you're kneeling in church. My pastor's going to kill me for that one. That one's got to be cut. Alright. And then just put a bit of almost, so from the side if you look, so you like this, and just sort of almost sit with the, and then use your shoulders, that's that. Yeah. Keep that pose. So I'm going to go from a different angle. Alright. I just want to try one thing. Seems you could stay in the 1, 2, 3. Go again. Go again. So now we got light in there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to remove all these lights out. I'm going to change the complete setup, and we're going to actually do something where we're going to make the models look like they're underwater. So it should be fun. No water will be used, no models will be getting wet, no buckets, nothing. It's going to be all done with light. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let me quickly do that, and then we can get shooting. Alright, so we are going to now set up for setup number 2, also using the Mylar. So we're going to actually now do this the other way around. So now instead of it being on the floor, it's going to be above the models. And then I'm going to show you how important it is that you get the angle of the light right for this to actually work. Okay, so this is just a roll of Mylar that you can get from any I think most plant places do it. And you get it from the gardening, I think the gardening stores that do the all the fancy growing. Let's get that one down. So the model is going to be sat underneath here, and we're going to take some amazing photos. But first, we need to make sure we have the right light. So I'm going to use an 8300 Pro on a short little stand, because the further the light is away from the actual Mylar, the more spread of the actual reflection you're going to get. But I'm going to take this off the stand just to show you, and I may have to turn the video lights off for this. I must just install the Bluetooth app on my phone. This will be far easier. Okay. The snoot in place, we can actually move it around and just make sure that it's actually in the right place going forward. And I'm going to get the stool, and then I've got some other material that the models can actually use to almost move it around softly, so we sort of get that underwater feel in the shots. So let me go and get the stool in place, and then we will get...
So we'll be playing around with this.
Yeah, not me. I won't be playing around with this. But I can show you how you do it if you really want to. Okay, so this was an old sort of curtain thing that we had in one of the houses. I wanted to put something over the stool, and then there was going to be some longy bits that you can actually move around and see how it goes. So, had the first time, last time, we'll get you. Alright. So, well, I'm going to basically be shooting quite tight. Okay, so it's going to be quite tight. So, literally, you're flowing around with your. And then I'm going to just take one shot just to make sure that we got the right angle. You can bring your arms in, don't stretch them out too long, because then it just looks like you're doing this. So, yeah. And you can even do it slowly. You don't have to do it so, yeah. Alright. Alright. So, let's just take a test shot, make sure we got the... I'm just going to bring this image up full. I know the exposure's a bit dark. But doesn't it look like you're underwater?
I'm sorry, can I just come closer?
But I will be introducing another light at the back, so I'm just going to take another shot here quickly. Are you ready? Just go. Just carry on moving, it's fine. Carry on moving. Look at camera as well. This is the type of stuff you're going to get some failure, well, quite a few failures. Just carry on moving. Don't stop. Just how cool is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set up a light at the back. Just a bit of a clicker light or a rim light. And then we'll do some more shots. And we'll just flow with that, and then we'll bring in Kynie as well, and she can also have a go at this. It's very simple, it's less lights, just a bit of Mylar on top, a snoot, 8300, and I'm going to use the 8200 because it's already got the strip box on. A lot higher. And then we're going to angle the strip box down, because what happens when you're underwater, the light is all coming from the top. That is why we want to make sure that the snoot is actually not aimed at the model, because if it was aimed at the model, she would have like a Halloween look. So all the shadows would be going the wrong way. So by hitting the Mylar, the light is then bouncing back down onto the model, giving you that natural light from the actual top. And then this one will give us a bit of side light on the model as well. Okay, let me turn this one on. So I'm going to take this down to probably about, say, 164. I don't want to overpower the actual light, so I'm going to take it down onto a low power, about 164 power. Just press the test switch. And let's get back into your zone. Alright, let's take a couple of photos. Okay, don't stop. Look at camera, move your head around. You're floating underwater. Okay, I'm just going to go from a taller angle. Look at camera. Just go up with both hands and drop them slowly. Okay, let's get. I want to get both hands up and then just sort of bring him. Bring them up a little bit higher so they're sort of floating in water. Look at this. Just going to move this one over a little bit. Tiny. Yeah. test shot here quickly. Okay. See if I can test one. So you gotta keep moving. Don't worry about if it goes all over, just as long as you got some movement. Okay, go. And even look up as well, slightly with your chin up, so you almost looking towards the top of the water type sort of thing. Okay. Just slow the movement down a little bit. And then sort of lift it up and sort of let it sort of drop. Lift it up high. Very different posing when you gotta keep the movement going. Hey, it's like okay. Then move at your own pace. I'm gonna just take some shots. See where it looks more natural when the material is coming from the top. I think my machine's still catching up. But when it's flowing from the top, it looks like it's waving through the water. Okay, let's do another one there. Let's do a couple more. It's cool. Alright, I'm gonna come lower down here. Just take them even higher. It doesn't matter if you hit the Mylar. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. To create an underwater look, you just need one light with a snoot. Now, that is your main light source. It is a hard light source. It's hitting up at the actual Mylar, coming down onto your model, and that's creating the lighting for your model. So you don't have to point any light physically at your model, you're just using the reflection from your Mylar. The 8200 is just to put a bit of rim light in, because we've got all that bright sort of rippling on the back of the image there. So if you look this side, if you look at this image here, you'll see that there's all that bright sort of light in the actual back. Anything with flowing material is going to be a big benefit, because then that will give you the presence of actually being underwater. So basically that was the two. So there was obviously the first session that we actually did was just about reflections below, just sort of mimicking that water look, or very shallow water look, because the models were obviously sitting on it and crawling on it and doing all sorts of stuff. But this one actually gets a bit more creative and a bit more of a watery feel because of the material and the way the lights, and also setting your white balance or your shift, the balance shift in your camera, set it to blues and green side, and then that is the type of images that you're actually going to get out. So I will actually take these into post and actually just do a bit of editing work on those, bit of tilt and shift, focusing, blurring, and they're going to look absolutely amazing. So I hope you had fun. I want to bring out both. Come, Rubina, come. Just want to thank both our models. I want to thank both our models for being absolutely amazing, and also a big thanks to Jordan Legacy Management as well for allowing us to have these beautiful models on the show. So if you have any questions or anything about any of the Godox gear, please DM me or even contact godox.co.za. You can use my coupon code online. So if you actually go online, you can actually do your purchases, use that coupon code, get yourself a saving. Same thing also for Golden Power batteries. So all the codes will actually be below that you can actually see. And yeah, big thanks to everyone again for tuning in and watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Only need one scene, only need one scene, only need one
Have you seen our creative bulb?
Okay, add it to my cart. You've got the camera, we've got everything else. Shop Godox SA for your production equipment.